It's the dream.
Welcome back to this. I'm not going to say the full title. We live in chaos and we don't have a name here, so I'm not going to introduce this like it's normal. This is Bitch, and I am me, and I am better in every way, shape, and form.
No comment.
Look, I'm taller. I'm. You know what? That's just it. I'm just taller. That's all I need.
Damn, for a lot of people, that is all you need.
That's just all you need.
But, I mean, yeah, you're like, I don't know, what is it, like 5 inches taller than me?
I don't know. You know, it's not even the height. Isn't even the thing. It's just that if I was shorter than you, I'd just be.
You'd
the,
still,
yeah, I'd
you'd
take
still
the
find
piss.
a way.
Yeah, I'd be the short king, and you'd be the like freaky little tall boy, little
Okay,
tawny
so
man.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this here. Calling someone a short king is the most disrespectful thing you can call them.
No. I take great pride in short kings. You know, they deserve respect. You know.
No, if you someone that's actually short, you call them a short king, they won't appreciate it.
I didn't ask them to appreciate it. I'm just saying personally, I would.
Personally, I like to label this man as a short king.
No. If you don't want to be a short king, you're just some little 5 little mousy boy. Fine, cool. but, yeah, but I personally would. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you would just chat shit.
I'm chatting
Uh,
shit.
I'm not actually that far off of the 5'8" little mousy boy. Thankfully, I'm alright. I'm alright. I don't fall within that bedlam as of this current point in time. I say that as if I'm just gonna shrink suddenly.
Yeah, you're gonna be like an old lady.
Sorry, just gonna put this out there. I am a male.
Yeah, I said, which is why I said like.
You can have little old dudes.
Yeah, but like old ladies shrink very differently, you know.
I I I wouldn't say my knowledge of old ladies is particularly extensive.
No, I'm just
So
saying that there's a certain point where I think guys it happens to the boys occasionally, but you know I think it happens to old ladies more because the term little old lady is a lot more common because they just kind of
it
hunch
is.
over and like shrivel up.
I feel like that also might just be down to the fact that women are just biologically, on average, shorter.
Scientifically, women.
Bro, here I am spitting facts and logic.
Scientifically, women are actually shorter. Women can't breathe air. Scientifically,
Provably, they're alien.
Yeah, women aren't real. Scientifically.
Women aren't real. Welcome by TED Talk.
Welcome to our TED Talk. Women, no.
Not real. I have decided that I don't want them to be real
Can
anymore,
confirm
so they don't
women.
exist.
Oh, is this because Samantha broke your heart? Shut up, Kevin! It's now not the time.
Shut up. This is all for you to say.
Sir, isn't this your third brandy bottle? Shut up, sir! Shut up, Samantha! You're fired! You're not real either!
Kevin.
Damn it.
Kevin.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Please. Please, Kevin.
Just let me get my
You
full
took the
life
kids.
cycle. I can't see my kids anymore. Do you know what it's like, Kevin? You know what it's like to be me.
No, sir. No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Shut the fuck up, Kevin. I swear to God.
You want to keep your job, you better shut up.
And then you better get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
hey, well, that's a segue. So, yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. He be Omni and Manning. So,
I don't. We haven't actually mentioned that yet. He did a very good performance.
After the cheeky old tangent, yeah. What's his face? He's been getting pictures of Spider-Man. He be Aang's son. You know, the only redeeming quality about that show. Fight me,
Wait,
fight me, fight me,
son?
Korra fans,
And
fight me.
son?
Yeah, in Legend of Korra, the garbage plebby show.
Why does J.K. Simmons play someone's son?
Oh, because no, he's Aang is dead by that show, so he's like a grown-ass man with kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That seems interesting.
he teaches Korra airbending, and
Okay.
he gets disrespected for it because she's angry.
Uh,
And
Angie.
then after destroying, you know how Aang's like gives a shit about his like heritage of being an airbender. Yeah,
No,
Korra just
because I know nothing about
okay.
Angie.
Put it this way, this is a long tangent, but who cares?
Who
Korra
cares?
decides that while being taught, she's going to burn down this 1,000-year-old ancient relic to the
So
airbenders who have been like
basically, the Fire Nation attacked.
yeah, basically, imagine, imagine you get taught like how to clean houses by like a Holocaust survivor, survivor's kid. So it's
Hmm.
still pretty fresh in the family history, and so
Hmm.
while he's teaching you with his like family broom, the family secrets, you decide that you're so annoyed you drop kick the broom and snap it in half, and then when they get annoyed at you, you make it their problem.
Laura seems like a bit of an
Yeah,
asshole.
and you know what's worse is she doesn't apologize for any of this. He
No.
does.
Wait, what?
He apologizes because he taught her wrong. Like he should have realized that she has a very different way of like teaching. It's not yeah. It's like sure, fair enough. But also,
Okay, that's a very
apologize.
sensei thing to
Yeah,
do.
but apologize for
But
shattering my family's like heritage, woman. Like,
mm,
what do you mean? Like, there's still penance to pay here.
yeah, so I feel like that's a point of again someone not experiencing consequences for being a douchebag.
Yeah, if the show wants her to be like not like
Wants her to be the hero.
yeah, but but like they want her to be like unlikable so she could grow, but it's like the show overdoes it. Like she's too unlikable to the point where when she grows, some of it is like this is basic human decency, or this is just stop being a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that literally again, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last episode in relation to something, but that reminds me of the people that destroyed tons of statues for the sake of, they did some bads.
Yeah, they did bad, so we're
They
going
did
to
some bads at some point, even though they crafted the world as it is
you don't
currently.
even
But
need
I
to go
decide
that
that they
far.
don't deserve it.
You don't even need to go that far. You just go, you know what? Because these people did things wrong in history, I'm going to endanger the people who are living now by getting
Hmm.
this statue and throwing it on the ground. Because safety. I value people's
I just
safety.
despise that people did that. Like with a honest to god, just like
You know
hatred.
what? That's pretty fair that you don't like riots. It's pretty reasonable stance.
Well, no, but it's not even the riot point. Well, it is as one point, but it's the case of like deliberately trying to forget history just because you don't like it.
Yeah, you could acknowledge the shitty parts of history without completely
That's the
like
whole point of
tearing it down. Yeah,
history.
you need
That's the
to
whole
learn.
point of history, so you don't make the same
Yeah,
mistakes, and people just decide they don't want to listen anymore.
or not even just that. The fact that history had different moral standards, so it's weird to put it on.
Relate yours
Yeah,
now
relate
to
the
what
mod. Yeah,
was like
because
hundreds of years ago.
some of our basic things we take for granted. The fact that as a species we had to learn them.
Yeah.
Like not every we weren't just born with empathy. We kind of had to. It took us a while to get to this point.
Oh, absolutely. Most people, I guess, like really early on, were like, "Well, I don't care about anyone but my family." So,
I mean,
which makes sense.
fair, valid.
That makes absolute sense for that point in time.
I mean, I feel like that's probably why, gradually as we grow, you like view other people as your family to like naturally.
I mean,
I feel like some people view their friends as like family members
oh,
because of how
absolutely,
much
yeah.
emotional investment they have in them. Whereas other
Mm.
generations would be like, yeah, we're friends. I would set you on fire to protect my sister. Oh, do you even like your sister? Nah.
Nah, but
But family,
family, you know.
innit?
It's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get where you're coming from. Yeah, I mean,
Which
I
is a
think just
perfect segue back into
oh,
Omni Man.
is it?
Apparently, he would shatter worlds to
Oh
protect
yeah,
his
true.
family. Damn, look at
Apparently,
that.
apparently.
Yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and this is something I haven't read the comics far enough or like seen it enough of the comics to like definitively know whether he's a piece of shit or not. But all I know
Mm.
is that he do be caring about Mark a lot, and he is very annoyed that his wife kind of just like pisses off when knowing the truth. Which it's like because even when he flies off to go fuck shit up, he still like we'll talk later. Like he still
Mm.
is hoping there's a chance that she'll listen, even
That she'll
though
join him.
yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, buddy, no, no, no.
Hey,
And the
buddy,
worst part
look.
is by the end of it, he kind of do be right because she wishes he would just come back and everything would be Gucci again.
I think pretty much everyone that was a part of that was holding out hope.
Yeah, and the worst part is that the fact that Mark is still like, what will you have in 500 years? And he's still like, yeah, I'll have you. You know, I know you just
You're all
ran
at
me
home,
through a
yeah.
train, but
Yeah,
you
you
know,
caused thousands of innocent deaths, but yeah. But yeah,
yeah.
you're my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
I feel like it's one of those where it's just like, it's like imagine if like Zod was your dad, there'd be a level of like extreme you could tolerate in comparison to most people. It's
Mm.
like, well, you're kind of space Hitler, so I kind of have to manage it in entirely different levels. It's
But yeah,
not,
yeah, we're getting into nitty gritty here pretty quick.
yeah. So Debbie do a cheeky, she'd be sober and that, you know. So she
Yeah,
confronted him.
we still appreciate
Yeah,
Debbie as number one.
yeah.
Debbie
Number
is
one
the number.
mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you probably don't Google her in certain areas.
Sorry. Oh, don't wait. Oh, no, no, don't. You just ruined it. You just ruined everything for
You
me.
can ruin
You've actually
everything
just
with
ruined
Google. You can
everything.
ruin
You
everything
can.
with Google.
You absolutely can, and I despise you for putting this into my mind. Just, just. Can someone just like get rid of Rule 34? Can someone just do that?
No, it's
Can someone just
funny,
do
but
that?
it's
Fuck.
memes.
It's memes.
It's memes.
It's the what about the memes?
Oh, also, I learned that I think in Spanish, it literally translates to memes. I was so happy when I heard that.
That's quite
Something,
fun.
it's either memes or something close, and it made my day.
Well, I mean, there was the American. I think American woman that was. I did not make this meme. I did not make this meme, nor did I spread this meme.
Yeah.
Apparently, apparently, you could call it anything.
Also, I've been since we've been reviewing stuff. I've been looking. I watched you know, Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
Yes, I've many of my friends have been watching that, and I have not, and they've been singing its praises.
Yeah, I've watched it and I liked it because it basically it just treats every character like a character. It doesn't try and like, it doesn't try and push anything, and even when it talks, because they went back to like civil rights era, and it wasn't. It was like I don't necessarily agree with everything it said, but it tackled it in like a very realistic way. But
Okay.
also, it was like I watched this reviewer guy, and he likes. First off, red flag for me. He likes the Cosmonaut Variety Hour, or immediate red flag, because the guy's like a hit or miss for YouTube essayer. Like he either is like, oh, that's solid, or oh yeah, why are you complaining about Star Wars? It's a stupid it's a stupid space show set in a long time ago with space wizards and space magic. Just enjoy it and stop ruining it for us. And it's like it's one of those.
Uh,
So one of his critiques was he compared it to Suicide Squad in the most shitty way possible.
What?
Like he basically stripped
Which one? The first one or the second
the
one?
first one. He stripped it
Oh
down to
no.
its bare bones, and then said, "Oh yeah, big strong." He was like, "Oh, these two have conflict." And yeah, that's same. Oh, this person is trying to destroy the world. Oh, this unlikely duo of like misfits of trying to protect the world. And it's just like if you ignored all of the detail to just compare it to Suicide Squad. Whereas if you take the Suicide Squad plot, and then and actually add all of the differences that Umbrella Academy has, you know what you get? A completely different show.
Different thing.
Yeah. And some of the complaints was just
Who'd
like,
have known?
oh yeah, I don't believe that they would all be this petty in terms of family drama not to just like ignore saving the world. And I'm like, have you met human beings? And also, why would they all just believe that their brother can time travel, and also that he knows that? Why would they just immediately believe that? Like it's just, oh yeah, you said the world is dying, cool, we're all gonna help, because like clearly we're not all emotionally damaged like man children or women. And it's just, I don't like the logic of that. And also the one of the critiques, again, because it's just like it's always there whenever time travel happens, is they didn't stop racism. They didn't do anything about the civil rights, even though doing something about that could literally stop them existing potentially on that scale. But apparently, because of racism bad, you now have to travel back in.
You have an obligation.
The timeline, yeah. You have to stop racism.
How is that really a negative about something? Hey, you got time travel. You didn't stop the bad.
Yeah.
You didn't stop Hitler. You're the worst.
They can't even fix their own family drama. How are they going to improve a civil rights movement when they can't even?
Like, did people say this about Marvel? Because they did time travel.
I'm pretty. No, I don't think they did it with Marvel, because they didn't. With Marvel, they didn't go.
Because Marvel's too big scale. They're not. Then that's too scary.
Marvel didn't go back to further enough time.
Yeah, but what? That's such a weak argument. Because it's like, if they have a time machine, you just go back further.
Yeah.
Like, so things they like, they don't comment on that. Things they don't, they're like, oh yeah, nah, it's trash. Should have done this. It's like, what? Why?
You know what's worse is even season even season 11 of Doctor Who understood that. The fact that changing the timeline, even though it's a bad thing that it happens, could have even worse effects.
Butterfly effect, my man.
Yeah. Even the shitty garbage, like New Who, was competent enough to go, Nana, idiot, you could erase so much good by stopping this bad.
People wouldn't learn, so it would probably happen again later.
You're basically taking humanity and going, well, this child shouldn't just know this lesson, so if we remove it, maybe we'll be fine, bro, you know?
Yeah, or just, like, kill baby Hitler.
Yeah. So basically my point is, we aren't going to be those people. We're going to, if we ever do anything and talk about something, we're not just going to be like, well, this bad because of modern sentiment.
When it's not based in IRL-ness, it's very much just not.
Speaking of morally questionable superheroes, back to Omni-Man. So he'd be flying away, and he'd be oh no, Beth leaves. You know, she do the smart thing. No, he flies away.
What the hell are you talking?
No, wait, no, because I'm thinking of the scene of how he attacked people when they was in the house, but that's a later scene. Basically, Beth is their shell shock because Omni-Man be busting through roofs after saying we'll be back later, love. Just don't worry about it.
You mean, who's Beth?
What's her face?
Did you really forget our Lord and Savior Debbie? Did you really forget our Lord and Savior Debbie's name?
Sorry.
I can't believe this. There is no Beth in this series.
Look.
Maybe somewhere, but they're not main character.
Okay, so So Debbie is shell shocked, and then all of a sudden, Invisible Boys stop being Invisible Boys, and then Cecil teleports her to some who's he what's it?
Or to the base of operations.
Yeah, to the base, and he's like, "Well, we knew the whole time." Get slapped because you know.
Oh yeah, I do appreciate that. That slap was very nice.
Because it was it was a situation where it's just like, bro, you left me not even you left me with a mass murderer. No, I've been married to this dude and you didn't tell me. What the heck, bruh?
Yeah, I mean, there is a one little thing I wanted to add from right at the start of 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was what was it exactly? It was okay. The part where, because now this is the one right here that I'm surprised you didn't immediately mention. This is the part where we realize Amber for who she is.
Oh, this ass.
We need to. We can't just pass this up. It's too juicy to leave. It's far too juicy to leave. You may have wanted to forget that it ever happened, but I'm not gonna let you.
Okay, can I do it?
You may. I will let you. I will let you go, and once you are finished, I shall comment.
So we be chilling. They be driving back home. They be getting to Amber's house. Amber flees out the car, while Mark, being at this point the simp he is, Amber, please don't go. Come back. Let me explain. And
let me smash.
And then she's just like, "Oh, I have nothing to say to you, because I'm too busy being a bitch."
I do want to add the very specific thing of he's about to say that he's invincible, and she just slams the door on him.
She slams the fucking door in the face because she doesn't know how to like have any kind of patience with someone.
Perfect.
And then he flies into her room afterwards and goes, "Oh yeah, wait, this is why I'm late to this. This is why I'm doing this. I'm out here saving lives." You know what the bitch does? She carries on packing and ignores him while saying, "I knew. Do you think I'm stupid?" And I'm just like, motherfucker, the whole reason you guys broke up or like separated or what the fuck you want to call it is because you thought he abandoned you like a coward, and your bitch ass says, "Bro, I knew." So then you proceed to now pretend to be crying and sad to keep up appearances like a bitch, only to go and turn around and go, no, you're the bad guy for not telling me your biggest secret and putting his life and your life in danger. Because look at what happened with someone who didn't know. No, they got turned into a fucking machine, and they would just happen to get in trouble, not even because they knew Mark, just by existing. And you think he should just tell you his secret because you just deserve to know his life? Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for. Fuck Amber. Hate is just not a strong enough word for the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Anyway, I'm done. Go ahead. Go off, kid.
You don't. Okay, there are a couple bits of these scenes that I would like to delve into a little bit sharp, like deeper, as in one. She says, "You lied to me."
Fuck you.
No, he didn't. He never lied, and he never would have. If she had asked him, he probably would have told her.
No, he lied superficially. He lied and said he had an internship.
It was a lie of omission.
Yeah.
Which, in this scenario, I think is excusable.
And also, technically, it was some sort of weird internship with his father. So
it was, to be fair.
It's not like he completely skirted away from the truth. With enough clues, you could pick it up. Which, magically she does, but,
And the other little point, after saying that, she says, because this was all because he didn't trust Amber.
Yeah, apparently.
It's weird after he just flies into her room. And she says that.
No, okay, not even that. Imagine you're
It's
dating someone, and the reason she's annoyed at you is because your emotions don't confine to her assumptions of the relationship. That's not how
mm,
that's not how feelings work. If someone doesn't trust you, you show them you're trustworthy. You don't get in a shit fit because someone doesn't trust you. You show the other person that you're trustworthy because otherwise it's just being a cunt.
yeah, and then there's one more little thing we can move on from being angry. After he
I'll never move
leaves
on from
and
being
flies
angry.
and flies away, she like looks back and she almost looks like like sad that he's gone.
It's almost like you're the reason he left.
Yeah, but it's also it's like I don't understand what she wants.
Yeah, she
Like,
wants.
does she want him or not? Like,
Yeah,
it's really ambiguous.
yeah, you know what I want when I'm act like a cunt to a woman, her to come back and stay, because that seems like the healthiest thing to do. You know, treat someone like shit, and then proceed to get all like huffy and sad that they
I
won't
mean, I believe she
be
did
with me.
previously that she did have some whatever trauma or
I
whatever.
don't give a shit.
Like,
That's meaningless.
but that's like this is like another level of
Yeah,
like.
because she's so unpatient with him already, and this is just already a problem. Like, if this scene didn't exist, Amber would still be annoying. The
But
only
not the
difference,
worst person to
yeah,
ever
the only
exist.
difference is that like there's room to grow. Like
Mm.
she would still be an asshole. She would just be a redeemable asshole.
But she just doesn't grow.
Yeah,
If anything, she gets worse.
yeah, to the point where Mark is just after Mark
Bewildered.
gets stomped. She's still kind of fussy about the fact that other people knew,
Mm.
even though they were either knew out of necessity, or they've known them longer, and it's almost like the girlfriend doesn't immediately get priority just because you happen to stick your tongue down them. It's crazy.
That was the most awkward way to describe it I might have ever.
Look, all I'm saying is just because I'm
Oh
grabbing
my
my tongue down your
god.
throat doesn't mean I'm automatically you're the closest person to me in the moment. You know,
Hmm.
that's not how any of this
And I mean,
works.
to be fair, William just worked it out. He didn't
Yeah,
even need to tell him.
yeah. William was apparently enough of a friend to just see someone's face and
To
go,
actually
"What?"
recognize him.
Yeah, crazy. I know.
It is pretty crazy. I don't know anyone that could possibly do that.
Yeah, you know who also did that? Amber. You know who also lied about it? Amber.
Just why did she have to be so dislikable, so easily hateable?
Yeah.
It's like it's and it's. I feel like the problem is it's like you're supposed to like her. That's how it feels.
It's like the show is screaming that you should like her, but it doesn't do any of the work to get you there, because it wants to rush. It's like the only bad part of the show, because it speed runs the progression of like fed upness with Mark's shit, because he hasn't actively done anything directly malicious to string her along yet, because he's still just being late for things or not showing up.
He
And
has very much showed that he cares for her on
yeah,
every single occasion, even when he's late.
especially because in one of the scenarios, from her perspective, the dude got hit by a bus.
Hmm.
So it's like you can't even cut him some slack in that scenario. Like, dude been in an accident? No, 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 no. It's just
Nah, I should be the priority. He can make time.
yeah.
Chicken is just it's just weird. Now that's why you know what no maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, it come. You know what? I'm just gonna say it now because it works. It works in well what we're talking about. This and this links into the one point in the entire 8 episodes that I don't like Eve.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think she said something really dodge and really unnecessary and stupid
yeah.
when she's talking to Mark and says because she was the one that said originally, "Don't tell
Actually,
her who
you
you
know what's
are."
funny about this is the scene after that happens. Like, Mark is sitting there like bummed out because he's like, "Oh, I got broken up with," and the homie William is not helpful at all.
Well, no, and on. I mean, yeah, I mean William. I can understand William. His crush just was killed and turned into like a
I feel
weird
I
zombie
feel like
robot.
it's just the
You can
fact
cut
that
him some
yeah.
slack.
I feel, to be fair, William is just, he seems to be just unnecessarily blunt because he's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
you were a shitty boyfriend, so yeah, we kind of on
yeah,
you
and he
now.
just, understandably just walks off because it's not helping. If anything, making it worse.
Yeah, because it's
But
not like William is like actively like throwing any blame. He's just going, yeah, Mark, you were just like objectively speaking a bad boyfriend. And in that scenario, I'm like, you know what? Sure, because in terms of like constantly not showing up and like disappearing on someone and being generally
and
flaky,
giving terrible reasons.
yeah, sure. If you're gonna go by that
Yeah,
logic, but at the same time, this is still like, uh, you should, if you really don't like this, you should just leave at this point, kind of level.
mm,
It's not like, oh, you're a horrible piece of garbage. This is like you're kind of just like a bit of a flake, and you need to sort that out, kind of levels. But the show treats it like he's committed the cardinal sin of life.
mm.
Because Eve full on goes, yeah, you could. I said to tell her if you trust her, not string her along for months on end. I'm like, bro, he didn't do that.
He didn't just say was. He said, "Well, I didn't tell you to string her along for 5 months while being an asshole about it."
Yeah,
That is
wow.
very not cool.
Yeah, especially when your relationship track record was being with a dick that cheated on you. So in terms
Yeah,
of,
and she and she still wants it back.
yeah, so please,
Like,
please do not come to me and be this way when you're like, and act like your shit don't stink.
I'm pretty sure that Mark actually mentions Rex at one point, and she gets
Yeah,
really defensive.
yeah, because
It's like, no, no,
no, he
give me
makes a
back.
valid point. Rex
Mm,
is that 10,000 times worse in terms of talking, in terms of partner that is a clear mistake. Like,
mm.
Mark is a patron saint in comparison because his entire MO is making sure that she stays safe.
Mm.
Because realistically, Amber seems like the type to want to help in terms of
Yeah. Oh, she'll get
superheroes.
herself in trouble.
So she's gonna pull a Gwen Stacy and get herself killed. But the only difference is that she'll like welcome it or get annoyed at Mark for not saving her when she's about to die.
And then die in his arms and
Yeah,
just hate on him the whole time.
and then
The
Mark will,
kind of thing that she'd
yeah,
do.
and then Mark will probably drop her and be like, "Thank God that was exhausting." Oh no, no, it's Mark. He'll be crying.
He wouldn't. He'd be simping.
Yeah, he'd be heavily crying.
But yeah, that is the only one point ever that I dislike something that Eva said very much so.
Yeah,
It just felt so unnecessary. It just seemed like she was just angry for no reason.
yeah. It felt like the dad thing was more of why she was angry, but it felt like the conduit, the show. It felt like the show was speaking rather than Eve was.
Hmm. Actually, yeah. That honestly, that describes it very well. That wasn't Eve speaking. It was the show trying to get their point across to you
Yeah,
even more. You already were trying to shove it down your throat.
yeah.
That's actually a really good way of describing it. I'm very impressed.
You're welcome. Yeah, to be fair, it just happens so many times.
Hmm.
And normally it's like on a level of just like, oh, have you heard of this like movement? Join us now. Just give us
Join us now for the small price of $9.99. You can
yeah.
join us too.
Give us your credit card number, the name that's on
The
it, and
expiration month and year, and the 3 wacky numbers on the back.
yeah. Just give us those
You
three
can be
wacky
just
numbers.
like us.
Just give us those three fucking wacky numbers, mate. Just give them to them. Give it up,
Just
man. Give it up, bro.
give up the numbers.
Give up the numbers. Release it. Release the Snyder cut of those numbers.
Yes, enough of despising.
Yeah.
Back to good stuff. We have the point of now. What do you think of Robot and getting access to his new body?
Fair, valid. Fuck. Rex.
Mm-hmm.
I get that he violated Donnie, but like, he just took a cheeky bit of blood, If,
Yeah, just a cheeky sample.
basically, I'm thinking of it objectively, morally, yeah, fuck. But objectively speaking, if someone cut my hand and I didn't know, and they were essentially a test tube baby all of their life, and they just wanted to, experience the world, I kind of not gonna like judge them for it. I'm
Mm.
more than likely gonna be like, you know what, keep my pretend body, have
Well,
at
it
it,
seemed
fam.
well, it seems Monster Girl was into it, so
Yeah, because Monster Girl now got someone
I've
to,
got Little Rex to.
yeah, and I've got someone to give a shit about her.
Mm.
Because I don't think any of the other team really get it in the same level.
No, I mean Robot always did care about her more than
I
the
mean, I
others.
feel like he immediately related to the level of
Yeah,
being, because
he
he,
did.
he he was kind of trapped in a test tube, and
Yeah.
air like kills him. So
Mm. Which is pretty funky indeed. Because he was the one that like went to the edge of the earth to like get medicine for her, and it
yeah,
was like, damn, yeah, he cares.
and I guarantee those drones are bloody expensive. So
Mm.
he probably shelled out a fortune just to make sure that she was alive and breathing.
Mm. And honestly, respect on his name, respect on his name for being a good old lad.
I think in terms of like, it's like it's grey enough for, it's like it exists in a grey area, so I can like let it slide, I guess.
You can allow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
especially because he makes a deal with shady people, but he ultimately doesn't let them get away with anything. So
Mm.
he wraps it up in a perfect bow where I'm just like, yeah, you did use shady means, but you also never going to give them anything substantial. So
Yeah, even the reward, quote unquote, he gave them was fake.
yeah,
So
or
who
even
cares?
even if it was real, he probably had some sort of cell face. So
It
he
wasn't real.
yeah.
It was faulty. It was faulty information. I remember the Blue Boys saying themselves it was just faulty and it would never have worked.
Yeah, I just feel like Robot seems like the type of dude who, if he if he was gonna give him something real, he would have a button that would just
Oh, it
turn
would
it
blow
off
up.
the second
Yeah,
they show up to do
yeah.
anything
That
with
is
it.
something he would definitely do
He's like, oh
without a
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, we have the immortal. Press his button, freeze immortal. Immortal being shown.
Blows them to smithereens. Ah, poor lads. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing because they're gone.
So
But
then
yeah,
Omni Man
Robot's
the
quite cool.
oh yeah, wrote, and then Rex is reasonably, for the once in his miserable life, is reasonably miffed about his child body being stolen, because apparently his childhood was shit.
Which
Um,
makes a lot of sense considering the person he is.
makes a lot of sense because it's sometimes relatable to being a dick, being related to shitty childhood. It's just
Mm.
he's a dick in like a needlessly an annoying kind of way, where it's just like, why are you the way that you are to everyone you meet, and why is it
Mm.
so specific and unnecessarily dickish?
Mm.
Ironically enough, if he took the time to know people and then was an asshole, it'd come across a lot better. In a weird way. Like, because at least you're taking the time to specifically know a person and then take a cheeky little stab, rather than just, well, fuck you, buddy. You lost your powers. He he.
Yeah. Well, he's fine. Samsung's got back now, so who cares?
Yeah.
Which again, which I found kind of weird, like that suddenly just happens out of nowhere. But
Uh,
fine,
I feel like
whatever.
it's like some sort of powers, are like some sort of weird thing where any kind of trauma could take them away, but also bring them back, I guess. And also
Yeah, rationalizing it. Yeah,
he was being electrocuted, and his powers are electric based. So I
which
feel
makes it
like,
does which does make
yeah,
some sense to a degree. But
yeah,
I was just kind of like, what? Where? At
yeah.
first, I was like, where?
I kind of thought of it as like, yeah, his powers are a part of his like kind of physiology, and they're clearly the last resort of life or death. So his body went, give him back, give him back. We don't want to die. We don't want to die.
I'm gonna need those ones, those fella, real quick. Keep me going.
Yeah. Because I definitely think if they didn't try and restart his heart, he would have just died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would, yeah. That is exactly what would have happened.
Yeah, it seemed very specific to the things.
But also how the body works. His heart stopped, so that's the only way to keep him alive. Well, to try and revive him is to shock him back to living again.
Little swish, swish, wash, wash, wash.
Little what? Washy, washy, joshy, washy. Anyway.
Okay, I hate you and everything you stand for, you dirty little bastard.
So, quick little point. Transformer truck, pretty cool. Robot transformer pumpkin truck, pretty cool.
Robot be transforming things and doing a doobie a lot.
Which was pretty fun. Why does it have a pumpkin head? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was cool nonetheless.
He'd be betraying people in the best way. And also,
I thought you were about to say he's betraying people in the workplace.
Yeah. I find it funny that, what's it called? He, like, scans the body and it's like, oh yeah, this, and this. Yeah, get rid of it.
Yeah, all these fail-safes you put on to try and be able to control me. Nah, just take them off.
Yeah, also, add this neural link, please, and they do it like idiots.
Yeah. Stupid. Because if they hadn't and he'd gone in, he would have been able to do nothing.
Even the show highlights their stupidity. Like, oh, this machine wasn't designed for neurons this dense. And he's just like, are you calling us stupid? Yes, I'm calling us stupid. And then
all they really know how to do is clone themselves. That's about all. That's what they do. It's all they do.
Yeah, they're like an artist who only knows how to like do the outlines and not color in or shade.
Hmm. They definitely can't. They definitely can't color between the lines.
Yeah.
That's definitely the case. They never learn to do that, which is quite. Those things quite
fun. They color all of the backgrounds and just don't fill in any of the detail in the bay.
Yeah, but even so, now we move into the phase of the destruction phase of the episode.
Yeah, Omni-Man be sitting on a little rock hill trying to like speak to himself to like explain.
There's a little bit before that, I believe. There's a little bit before that. There's a little bit of stuff before that. Are you forgetting about Donald? You're forgetting about poor old Donald that sacrificed himself. Because Omni was attacked in his house by.
Let me try and put on my emotional giving a shit. Oh no, that random dickhead who was working for another dickhead died. My bleeding, aching heart. Yeah, oh no. Anyway. Yeah, Omni-Man shows up to his house and fucks up the Invincible gang. And then whatever the fuck his name is, it like gets blown up. But
he finds the surveillance base that was across the street. Donald's there. He blows up the building to try and slow him down. It does nothing. But you know, he tried. He sacrificed himself to do nothing.
To be fair, it was less of a sacrifice and more of a just speeding up the process of death because he already didn't have a spine.
Yeah, true. It was gone, but
it was kind of being held together by a fist. So, to be fair, I would have blown myself up in that situation regardless.
Why are you talking down my man Donald? Whatever.
Because I don't give a fuck about him. He a bitch.
Damn.
Like, he worked for Cecil, so, you know, that gives you some lower level points in terms of, like, respect for yourself.
Yeah, but Cecil's got some tech, which is something we can.
Irrelevant. He's still a bitch.
All right. Go back to what you were saying. I've decided I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Look, fight me. Look, I can appreciate Cecil's effectiveness. That doesn't mean I have to like him as a human being.
Well, yeah, that's kind of his whole thing, though. He gets the job done, but he's not going to try and be liked because it gets in the way.
No, not even try and being liked. It's like he goes out of his way to find the worst possible way of fixing a problem without actively looking at like the morals of any of his actions. Like he could just be a dick, but that's not enough. He has to be maniacal. Like, oh yeah, how can we fix this problem, and how can it be the most morally dubious thing I have ever done in my life?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one point at least I have in my mind right now where I can agree with you. When he's talking to Debbie in the base, and he's like, "Well, there's only one person we know that could possibly hold up
Exactly. He wants to
against
take,
Omni-Man, and he's like, wait, they was like, no, don't you dare drag my son into this.
and you know what the worst part is? He's still questioning whether Mark is on his side or not. So
Yeah,
on top of wanting Mark to fight for the Earth,
he wants him to die.
he also doesn't trust Mark. So it's
He
like
wants him dead.
it's even shittier. He basically just wants a meat shield, so the Earth lives.
But yeah, but you may return to what you were saying before about Omni on the hill
Oh yeah, so he's
talking to
like,
himself.
oh Mark, yeah, I have this like, I need to tell you the truth. So, yeah, I killed the Guardians of the Globe, and I have duties and responsibilities as a Viltrumite. And blah, 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 blah. He's like, what am I doing? And then flies off. He's like going to Eve's house because the boy William said that Mark is at Eve's house, and he said it pretty threateningly. But it still didn't really tip off William to the fact that Omni Boy, pretty evil boy. But but that's, to be fair, that's pretty fair and valid and respectable of William.
Yeah, I mean,
Why is he gonna just
he was
mistrust
being
the
very
clone man?
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he just found out recently that
yeah.
was Mark's dad. Why would he has no reason to not believe him
Mm,
or not trust him yet? So,
yeah.
but
Fair and
yes,
valid Willem Dafoe.
Willem Stuffer.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Stuffer. Okay, now we have the big fights, the big scraps.
Yeah, so
Because
Omni Man be flying. Then Cecil
phase
sends.
one,
Yeah,
giant space laser.
yeah. Phase one, big laser boy of doom and destruction. Omni
Does
Man
nothing.
goes to the sky, breaks it, and then Cecil just basically goes, "Well, that was a waste of money for a
What was it?
nosebleed."
400. What did he say? 400 billion, I think it was.
Yeah, for a nosebleed.
Yep, most expensive
Yeah.
nosebleed.
Then the Guardians find out that it's Omni Man who they're fighting.
And freak.
Yeah, and they freak out because like, what is going on, bro? I don't understand. The theoretics are just too hard to comprehend, bro. So
Yeah, then he's got the Sinclair's bots roll out,
yeah, because
which are making
Sinclair
dead
is
soldiers.
still alive and isn't just been executed. This is the one scenario where Cecil needs to be Cecil and kill this man. He's not
Well,
worth
no, but
anything.
this is the most Cecil thing to do is to use the enemy to use
No,
the
no,
enemy.
but here's the problem. It's like, as much as Cecil is like, yeah, get this guy out of my sight, he disgusts me. He's like, forehead, you are the only reason he's here. You cannot complain about his
Because he's useful.
Yeah, so why don't you just be honest and say, like, having big death robots that can kill a Viltrumite kind of gives you a boner, okay? Just admit it, okay?
Oh, I'm not to sound weird or anything, but but I mean, can kind of relate, but
What?
Hmm?
What? So you'd be a Cecil then in this scenario? You'd be like, well, anything to get rid of Omni Man.
Well,
You sicken me. You bastard. I hope Mark punches you in the jaw as well.
anyway, phase three, Cthulhu.
Yeah, so after Omni Man shatters, and I mean shatters, those dead boys, they'd be resting in pieces.
You're
Cthulhu.
so funny.
Fuck you. Cthulhu is pumped with so many drugs, and he blames good old Omni Boy. So Omni Boy decides to fight, and Omni Boy gets reunited with Omni Kid, Mark Grayson, and Mark immediately while Eve is talking to Mark, and Mark basically going, I just want to like protect you. That's why I'm coming with you. He's like, and Eve, in all her infinite wisdom, goes, Jesus, Mark, you sound like my dad. Forehead, he wants to protect his friend. This isn't a time. This is a time where you go, wow, Mark, nice job. You want to protect me. What a cunt. And I'm like, he's trying to be a good friend, and keep you safe, or make
Just
sure
shut
you
him down
don't
for no
die.
reason.
He's not even like stopping you from going to fight. He's just having your back.
Mm.
And apparently, this is enough for you to go, Jesus, you sound like my dad.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
she's in a bad place
it's almost
currently.
like
She's
your
just
dad
not.
has some sort of like humanity and level of care for you. You all you've just done is make your dad sound better than he actually is.
Maybe.
Because at least in reality, your dad prioritizes your safety over everything, including your happiness. So I can understand that. But at the moment, Mark isn't like like putting your feelings aside. He's basically just going, "You gave me a shitty pep talk, and I'm here to just make sure you don't die, and that is it." So why don't you relax, love? So
Chill out. Chill out a little bit.
Omni Boy and Omni Child be fighting Cthulhu, and then Eve get ordered by Cicel to go back to where the Guardians be lying and
Be lying in wait,
existing. Yeah,
doing nothing.
and Rex and Eve hug, which
Yeah, again, I was like, girl.
feels kind of weird that you were giving so much shit when you be hugging your dirty little cheater boy. Seems pretty convenient, man. You're just like, oh yeah, Mark, you suck, bro. Why are you so mean? Why are you so assholey? Well,
Terrible, terrible boyfriend.
yeah, sounds like your
Someone's
shit
got some
stinks.
unresolved issues.
Yeah, someone has, hello, I'm calling. Eve doesn't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, we need to get one of those legs sorted. Yeah, thanks, bro.
need, we need some prosthetic
Yeah.
stab.
Hello, furniture warehouse. Yeah, my friend needs something to stand on.
But
Yeah, so
but yeah, whatever. They're scrapping and stuff.
so the
And
twins, they be putting Immortal's head back on his body, and you found out in Immortal is like the Vandal Savage of this um world, and you'd understand that reference if you were a nerd.
yeah, I don't. I was literally about to ask what the hell you run about.
Basically, imagine Immortal, except he was a bad guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's from what?
DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would explain why I have no idea. Anyway,
And so yeah, they bring him back to life by punching him in the chest over and over again, and then they activate this shitty collar that like gives him a little tase, and he starts screaming, "Where is Omni Man?" and then proceeds to shatter the really like valuable and cool collar they made in
well, no,
seconds.
the robot provided to them as
Yeah,
their reward,
basically
but obviously didn't work.
their stupid asses trusted robot to deliver. They trusted the superhero to deliver on their promise to a bunch of supervillains. Really smart, smart boys.
They're kind of stupid. They're kind of stupid.
They're really smart cookies right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he goes off. He flies in, attacking Omni Man. He is
Proper
going
going at him.
wild. They the news people like see it, and it goes sicko mode. They be flying. They be whooshing and booshing and gooshing. And then Omni Man gets his cheeky little eyes, cheeky little squeezed, and then he snaps Immortal in half, to the shock of the world because it's being like live reported on the news. So then, after that, this episode 7 ends with, yeah, Mark, we need to talk. And so Mark is very much confused.
He's freaking.
And, yeah, so they talk. Mark gets the full scoop of the fact that the Viltrumites basically murdered each other to basically
To improve the bloodline,
they had
basically.
they essentially had a race war to see which Viltrumites was the strongest one. And then once the strongest one survived, it seems like they essentially just like accidentally like culled all of any level of kindness or empathy out of their gene pool, because like now it seems like Viltrum might just have some inherent psycho
Want to
genes.
dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you even see it occasionally in Mark that his natural instinct when pushed into a corner is to go sicko mode. So it's
Yeah.
like it seems like that's now a trait that they've just like they all have genetic PTSD from that time in the history. So then you find out I think you find out that they're like the last of the Viltrumites. Grow up.
What?
I see it.
No, you don't. You don't see anything.
Nice SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. Did
Nice,
you?
Nice SpongeBob, yeah.
You created a... No. What are you doing?
It's
What are you
SpongeBob.
doing? Why does he look like half SpongeBob, half Pingu?
Anyway, yeah, so the Viltrumites, they're going to get wiped out if they don't do something about it. So they've gone to other planets to conquer.
Well, no, it was the case of they spread their empire so over thousands of planets to the point that where their forces are spread so thin they can't really amass an army anymore.
Oh, yeah,
At least of like enough to really conquer a strong enough planet. So they sent off one officer to each planet to weaken it before they even get there. And that is Omniboy.
Yeah, and basically you find out his genetics is basically the Viltrumite DNA is cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And basically once it activates, it like basically takes all of your other genes and bullies them.
Yeah, they all become recessive.
Them. Yeah. Basically all of Mark's humanity is essentially like put aside.
Is what he's learned from his mum, basically. All the like biological stuff is gone.
Yeah, all of Mark's inherent human traits are essentially barely there.
They're only there from learned behaviour, not biological.
Yeah. Or even worse, they're all intensified by you know, there are two options here and none of them are good.
Yeah.
They're either suppressed or they're times 11 trillion.
Yeah, I mean, at least we do find out that they live for thousands of years as well.
Yeah, so
which is pretty fun.
He'll be centuries old before he looks 30.
Oh yeah. The older they get, the slower they age.
Yeah,
was the thing that he said.
So that means that Omniboy is like thousands of years old at this point then, because he looks 50.
If anything younger than that, it's the beard that makes him look older.
I mean, the grey hair.
I mean, actually, yeah, good point. I completely forgot. I didn't really take that into account. But yeah, that makes sense. I'll take that. It doesn't really matter how old he is, because who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think it highlights, it makes sense what he means by saying that Mark doesn't know him, and this being a blip on his life, which implies that he's probably either done this before, or he's just genocided planets without even having kids or anything. Because if I feel like if he had kids before, he would already have changed, because Mark seems to have like had an effect, whether he would admit it or not at this point. So then, they be tussling, and Mark is beat. I have it in my notes. Wait, let me read out verbatim my notes. Invincible versus Omni-Man starts. Mark is not doing well.
Well, yeah, that's a very simple way to put it.
And then Mark does well for 3 seconds. Omni-Man puts Mark through a tree. Mark
throws him through buildings and gets through a tree.
Mark gets his shit rocked again.
Thousands of innocents get killed in the
Yeah, and
process.
then Mark gets shattered by Omni-Man. And then
You're just thinking of new words to describe obliteration.
no, because, no, this is the gradual trajectory. So it starts off, Omni-Man just be like, just just be casually beating him up. Then the you see some of the memes that have taken place. You see
Yeah,
look at what they have to do to mimic a fraction of our power.
yeah.
So then they shoot at him. He destroys their planes. Mark saves some dude. Omni-Man pops his head like a zit. Then he goes after the other one and happens to just like just about abandon it before he can execute the other lady. And then they end up in the city, and Mark tries to save a lady, and then ends up with a severed arm. Fun. Then they
Seen that one before.
yeah. Then Omni-Man slams him into the train station, grabs him by the forehead and back of the head, and he's like, "Well, this will make you learn." Places him very gently, just right where the train's gonna be. Train comes, and it's like it's in slow motion. Mark is just being put through this train, and Mark is fine, but every human that touches Mark gets disintegrated in a blood and guts and every possible thing you could conceivably imagine.
Yeah, like the
And
driver flies out the front of the
yeah,
train, out the window. It's like, oh,
and then once it ends, Omni-Man finds like lands on one of the people who's still alive and crushes them still, and it's like he literally just like, yeah, these are just bugs to me. They are nothing. It is it is not worth.
do you like,
I
do you
hate
like the
you.
final
I
bit of
hate
that?
you. I hate you. And it's just a massacre.
Yeah.
And then in slow motion, Omni-Man like decks Mark into the ground, and then flies him through the wall again.
He likes to throw him through stuff, which is quite fun. Well,
Yeah.
actually, not fly him through stuff because they go together.
Mm.
Then is that the point where they now go under the sea and it's like, oof.
Wait, which is the most powerful washer again? The white one, or the 3000?
The pro, yeah.
The pro is the strongest one. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, I didn't even know we had the pro. I'm gonna be real
I'm
with you.
so annoyed. I've been using the shit.
Wait, if you'd be using the original, at least I've been using the
no, I've
3000.
been using the 3000.
Okay, that's not
I'm
the
so
original's the
unhappy.
1500.
I'm so sad. I've been struggling. No wonder all of my things have been a mess.
Oh my god, where's the one thing? Oh, wait, hold on, I saw it. Oh, it was one of the... Oh, this bit of metal here. It goes down here, hold on. It's necessary.
Yeah, so basically, they end up on a mountain. Mark gets his shit rocked so
Oh,
hard.
where's the last one?
Uh, Mark gets his
Main
shit rocked
ceiling
so hard
lights.
that an avalanche starts and then gets thrown into another mountain. And then Omni-Man goes full psycho and just starts wailing on him, going, "I can always start again. Slam! Make another kid. Slam!" Just, and then flashback to Mark as a child, where I feel like this is the worst part. It highlights the fact that Omni-Man very heavily gives a shit. So it kind of dampers the whole thing. Then once the flashback ends, you just get, from Mark's perspective, like just above Mark's head, wailed on, like slam, bam, wham, bam, shot, blah, 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 blah. And then Omni-Man like lays down, huffing and puffing, and he's just like, and then proceeds to like, this is the most definitive thing I've ever seen of someone being gaslit. He says, and I quote, "Why did you make me do this?" And I'm just like, bro, no,
Bro, please.
no,
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 you did
no.
this.
I need a body cast, bro. What do you mean? Why did you make me do this? So then he does the whole meme of think, Mark, think. You're fighting to watch everyone you love die,
Hey.
and then goes, what will you have in 500 years? And he's like, you, Dad. I'll still have you, Dad. So, then he kind of realizes that, he loved the homie Mark, and he then proceeds to look at the blood on his hand, get crying, and start flying up. And he's going so fast that the blood on his suit burns
Well,
up in entry.
it burns up on exit from the atmosphere.
But you know what doesn't? His tears are
Yo,
emotions and that.
how cute.
So then, Debbie is, traumatized because she was in the midst of all of this. Omni-Man said, and I quote, "I love your mum, but she's like a pet to me." That would reasonably fuck up anyone's day. But, when your husband of 20 years says, "I love you, but you're more of a pet," it's gonna put a damper on things. It's gonna kind of, it's a little awkward.
Little.
Ooh, I can.
You say that to your own son.
Yeah. I love your mum, but she's more of a how can I put this?
An act.
A bag of meat. She's more of a thing to me. Love her to death, but she's just a bag of flesh. You know how it is, Mark.
You understand me, yeah?
You understand me, Rob, yeah?
God. The dude's just...
What the fuck, bro?
I can't believe you've done this to me.
You were supposed
Yeah,
to
we got the whole, we get the whole, I feel like it's hard to describe the next, sequence. It's, of music, everyone's, it's, all sad and whatever.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you kind of have to watch to understand. I'm not going to try and to describe it because it's kind of pointless, I think.
Yeah, it's essentially just the sad thing happened, and we're going to play a montage of all of the sad boys and girls who know what's actually happening.
Yeah,
and
but right.
Also, there because
we don't care.
Yeah,
we don't care.
We don't care.
Well, we're about to care again because stuff is about to happen, but not just yet. Now, I don't agree with something. Well, I mean, now, the washing the bloodstain from the Guardian's base. I don't believe they already did remove it.
Alright, valid. They literally just spent all of their time making sure that prioritizing civilian rescue. I think they've definitely earned it.
No. Yeah. Absolutely did not earn it. Absolutely didn't.
How? Okay, how? Come on. Give me the
Well, because, right. So, the whole point of it being left there was as a symbol of you are not, haha, funny, invincible. There is always a threat.
Okay.
There.
I feel like
they didn't deal with a threat.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it like that because that's Cecil's interpretation, and Cecil can't. I'm looking at
I don't care. Listen, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay. Sorry.
Because this entire time, to be fair, most of the time when people were dying and the fight was happening, they were still in the base. And then they just decide, okay, we're going to go now and help people. They don't go and help Mark. They've been helping people the entire time when they've been heroes. It's nothing really different.
I mean, they were actively fucking it up. And what's called the older guy? What's his name? Electro Boy, the power.
Samson.
Yeah, Samson was highlighting the fact that they let a bus just crash and a bunch of casualties that were just needlessly reckless because they were too busy being dickheads rather than.
Well, we have no idea if they've actually moved from that point because they haven't had a fight themselves yet.
We
don't know if they're better than that.
It feels like we just assume they did a lot because of how
But they
much.
haven't.
Yeah.
They've done nothing. All they've been doing this entire time is moan at each other and train.
Yeah, I feel like I feel think it signals that they are now a team rather than they actually are like work together in
They
any
are
kind of.
not a team.
I mean, I feel like they
I
just
do not believe that they
they're a.
deserve that title
I
just
think
yet.
they are
That
a.
maybe me just being cynical.
Yeah, I think they're a team in the sense of they now are willing to work together de- definitively rather than just.
But that being the case, and agreeing with you
Yeah.
to a degree, I do not believe that gives them the ability to remove the bloodstain.
Okay,
I
to
don't
be
think
fair,
that's not what it stands for.
it's Cecil telling them to keep this blood there, and that's kind of fucking creepy. So I'd remove it
But it's a
regardless.
symbol. That's the whole
I
point.
don't
It's a
care.
symbol
You
of
know what I
progression.
don't. You know what I don't want hanging on my wall while I'm training. My like the people I looked up to's blood staining the wall. I'm getting rid of that shit regardless, and any kind of justification to get rid of it. I don't give a
Well,
fuck. See,
well, I
basically, my
still
thesis
think.
statement is fuck Cecil. Whether
Well,
I
I
deserve
still
it or
think
not.
for what it's supposed to be, they are not at the point where they are ready enough or strong enough to be on the level of the original
You know what?
Guardians. So they do not deserve it.
That is a stunning and brave statement, and that is valid. You know, that's a valid interpretation.
And also, I still don't like them very much. So
Yeah,
there you go. Take that how you will.
I feel like the only decent people are Samson, Robot, and Monster Girl.
You don't actually really see much from the woman that like makes herself smaller, like Ant Woman.
Yeah, she's just kind of like
Just kind of exists.
there.
We don't actually really know much about her.
She should
I
go
completely
fly.
forgot she existed.
Yeah, she should go fly up Thanos' ass.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, that'd be pretty omega low.
Imagine like doing that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still very much at the point that
Yeah.
that is not something they should have done yet.
So see another.
That is my one singular hot take.
Yeah, another thesis statement highlighting the fact there's interpretations to be had here. Which is I feel like it's a positive.
Yeah.
But we're getting on to the nitty gritty of more amber take. Jesus, I can
God.
speak. Jesus.
Now that I really hope is not a hot take
Yeah.
because
If you like
she's
amber,
just
yeah, I'm gonna have
you're
to
the
look
worst
at
and you should feel bad.
You're allowed to have your opinions, but ding
No,
dong, your
no,
opinions
not in
are
this
wrong.
case.
You're
No, no, you are allowed it.
you're no, haha, you're allowed to have your opinions. I'm just gonna judge you for those said opinions. The same way you can do the same to me. We're just internet people, interneting. So
We just do whatever. It's
So
just
basically, after being a colossal dickhead and essentially being annoyed that that Mark prioritized other lives over over trusting her in a 5-month relationship that is very clearly very new and is very like up in the air because he is constantly deciding whether he wants to trust you or not. So it's not even like he's like actively just definitively said no, I don't trust you. It's the fact that he's still undecided yet. The things are still like rocky and he's not sure.
it's not comfortable.
Yeah. So after that, the only reason that she ends up getting back to him is because she saw that his father beat the shit out of him, and apparently that erases all of the perceived wrongdoings of Mark, which is really annoying when the show is basically going Mark was an asshole. Now
Yeah, when he really
Mark
wasn't.
isn't an asshole.
Now, because he was treated bad by Daddy, he's a good guy again.
Because Daddy beat the shit out of him, that means he's now okay.
Yeah, because he experienced something bad, he's now good.
Yeah,
Like,
that seems
what?
fair and valid.
I
And
don't-
not stupid at all.
It's just weird to see it. It's like, what?
Especially because that sends such a weird fucking signal like, oh yeah, Mark, I hated everything you standed for, and I hated your guts, but like, your daddy beat you up, so like, I'm
So I
willing
guess I'll
to.
cut you some
Yeah, I
slack.
guess I'll cut you some slack, you know. And it's just like, shut up, get out. I would literally like kick her into space.
Well, yeah, she walks in the door and immediately kisses him. Like,
Yeah,
oh
like
god,
no, no,
like no,
you don't get
no.
to do
Why?
this.
No, really. This shows how much of a beta Mark is.
Yeah, little
That he
beta
didn't
boy,
stop her.
little
That he just
beta
accepted
man.
that and was immediately like, oh, does this mean we're back together again? I'm like, oh god.
To be fair, Mark is a teenager, so
Yeah, but is that an excuse to be such a simp? I mean, kind of.
yes, it
But
categorically is. Have you seen teenagers interacting with girls? Yes, my
bro,
queen.
we
Yes,
aren't
my
that
queen.
far away from that. We
Yeah.
haven't zoomed past it.
No, but that's what I mean. We wouldn't do that, but we are also we are okay. Some of us would do that. Some of us. Okay, fine. I wouldn't do that, but I'm a jaded prick. So I don't think I would let a lot of things slide. But at the same time, I'm aware it's because I'm a little broken. So, you know.
Oh god, we're out here, huh?
Yeah, some of us simp a little bit too hard, eh?
Don't,
Little
don't
simpy
say
boy,
it.
simpy. You know,
Don't.
I'm pretty sure that tree that I like outside your house that you really like. You really like that tree, don't you?
What, bro? What?
No, don't
One,
lie.
you've never been to my place of
Don't
residence.
lie. I'm
Two,
pretty sure you fuck trees.
there isn't a tree outside the front of my house.
Omicron fucks trees, confirmed.
There's literally nothing.
You know what's great is
There's,
you thought I was gonna bring up real things, and I just made it so much worse, and I appreciate myself. You know?
that's not even. It's not even worse. It's just weird.
Stop fucking trees then.
I'm kind of freaked. Oh my god, a tree. Is it a tree stand? It sounds like a dream stand, but even worse.
Yeah, stop fucking trees, bro. Don't.
Sometimes you terrify me. Just gonna put it out there.
Anyway, so Eve and William are outside the house because William accidentally just spilled the beans on like Mark's dad, and it just happens to be that Eve already knows, so he's like, I thought I spilled the beans. Thank God.
I thought I was the worst person ever. Okay.
I thought I was just a stupid fucking idiot. It turns out, you know, you already know. Thank goodness.
Well, he still is the stupid idiot for doing that. But, you know.
Fucking, this is why no one fucking told you anything. William. God.
My God.
But, yeah, basically, Amber sees that other people know, and instead of, you know, prioritizing the dude that got his shit rocked in by his parent, she just proceeds to go, they already knew, and has like the annoyed face, and I'm just like, this isn't about you right now. Like, why are you still the worst?
That's the thing. She thinks everything's about her.
Yeah, like, really? This is the time to be complaining about the fact that he prioritized telling a teammate and his best friend who figured it out, and then proceeded to immediately alert him to the fact that he knows his secret identity, not like an asshole. Oh, crazy. That's so weird that he would do that, and not like prioritize the person who lied about knowing for no real reason other than waiting for you to reveal it yourself for no real reason, when that's the whole contention in your relationship. Crazy.
Well, it's just she could easily just not exist as a character and it would be fine.
Yeah.
She doesn't really add anything.
I feel like the only real thing she adds is that she's just a giant walking red flag for superhero relationships. Like, if your boyfriend is a superhero, here's how not to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
This is a PSA.
If you
Public
feel like
service
your boyfriend is lying to you, don't stay and constantly whinge. leave
and start to
or have a
eventually despise
conversation.
them for
Yeah,
it, for the fact that you can't leave.
leave or have an actual human conversation for once in your goddamn life. Like Mark was about to until you were acting like a stupid bitch.
Hmm.
Option number two, like just don't say anything, and if you figure it out, maybe just like wait until he's comfortable to tell you. And then when he does, don't act like a condescending dickhead and go, "I already knew." You
I
could
already
just be,
knew you didn't trust me, and I hate you.
yeah, you could just be like, "Oh, I already knew, but I wanted you to feel like you could trust me, so I waited." That seems more like a reasonable take than just being an asshole.
Hmm.
Or just simply go, "I can't do this whole lying thing. I get why you did it, but personally, I'm sorry, Mark, I can't do this. Please leave." Because it highlights your boundaries, but it also doesn't make you look like an asshole. And it
Hmm.
also makes you come across a lot more human than snarky asshole.
Hmm. Snarky asshole is kind of her thing.
Ass to ass.
Why
She
did I
is
say anything?
ass to
Why did I
ass.
say anything? Why did I do this to
And
myself?
so Mark proceeds to get a call from Cecil and goes to meet Alien Boy on the moon and fills in Alien Boy about everything going on. And
Oh, 'cause
Alien Boy,
oh yeah, 'cause he comes back saying, "Oh yeah, I let the higher ups know, and they got really mad at me because you guys signaled for the Ultramite invasion.
yeah,
So I went to warn you." And he's like, and if we get a nice little like reverse situation. It was Alien Boy like asking him to sit down and telling him stories, and now it's the other way around, which I quite liked how that was done.
yeah, very interesting, very pog, very champ.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's the problem? I don't see the issue.
I have many issues with what just occurred in front of me.
Very pog, very champ.
Pretty Pogadu Champody, let's say.
I take back everything I said. I don't like you.
See, I always have a weaponry. Anyway,
Yeah, so that basically. Oh yeah, so with the Amber thing we just talked about, in my notes I basically just put Amber needs to fuck off,
yep,
and then
that's makes sense.
at the end Mark chats with One Eye Man.
Yeah, and it's like they mention like the coalition of planets, which seems to be the continuation of the story.
Yeah, and then they have a flashback to all of the things that are potentially in season 2 or even further beyond.
Oh yeah, characters we've seen but didn't really see much before. Like Tiger Man was a part of
Yeah,
it. The boy that took over from the Machine Head.
yeah,
The
Rocky
Blue
Boy,
Twins. Oh yeah,
Cecil
what
being
was
a
his name? Titan.
right asshole
Hmm.
and
Well,
smiling
he
about it.
is. That's his thing.
Bastard.
He's not a
I
bastard.
never liked that guy. I never liked that Cecil. I can't trust him with a 10-foot pole.
I
Cecil,
mean,
Cecil fucked my wife. He took his
God.
quilly headshot dick and he fucked my wife.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Anyway, so that's our complete review of Invincible. Look at that. We have officially done it. And in conclusion, Invincible good, Amber bad. And
Yeah.
and also Mark kind of bad because of Amber being bad.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's because of Amber being bad. It's him being just being a teen. It has its own negatives.
I think yeah, it kind of just highlights the fact that Mark is very
He's
Mark
really
is
not ready for a relationship.
no, not even that. Mark is just clingy to a fault.
Yeah.
Like Mark is a ride or die homie, but it is in the most unhealthy way possible.
Mm. Who
Like
knows? Maybe he will learn to not be so cringe.
yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
maybe he's gonna call Amber out on her bullshit in season
I highly doubt that for
2.
some reason.
I hope. I hope.
It would be nice,
Yeah.
but I highly doubt it will happen. And I'm disappointed by this fact.
Also, I am in a split because I just finished watching The Boys, and I don't know whether I
Yes.
like it more than Invincible.
Now, I haven't watched season 3 yet of The Boys.
I have, to be fair, there is not an Amber in Invincible, so that kind of makes me feel a little.
Yeah, because I feel like you can't really compare her to a Nazi like crazy woman.
Yeah, and also
it's not on that
they
level.
have like an SJW kind of whatever you want to social justice thing. It's also It's also like because of the nature of the superhero like money printing machine. It kind of like they would call it out. Like if A Train ever complains about something, the people just basically go, you know, we helped cover up your literal murders, right?
Yeah.
You know you are part of the problem.
Say anything.
You can't go, well, these guys need to be stopped when I'm just like, forehead.
You need to be stopped.
Yeah, you are a monster, mate. I get you're angry, but like, bro. Honey boo boo.
Literally the entire show started because you ran through a dude's girlfriend.
You ran through a girl like a train, and not in the fun way.
Yes. True.
Yeah. Not in the way where she would be happy.
She
in the way
exploded, not in a good way.
She popped like a cherry.
Okay, you didn't need to use that as
the
example.
She popped like a grape.
Okay, I mean that. Okay.
Yeah.
I give you that one.
But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more sick, nasty gamer content. And unsubscribe and leave a hate comment.
If you disagree with our statements, please let us know in the most aggressive hate message possible.
And email me at www.fuckyou.com.
I don't care.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye.